Okay, we've got our roofing underlayment installed along with our drip edge. We've cut back the house wrap to allow for our flashing to be installed and be able to be behind the house wrap. And we're ready to start putting on the roof. As we're looking at the roof from the ground and the wall is on our left-hand side, we will use a left-hand kickout. The kickouts are labeled LH for left hand or RH for right hand. With the J'd Out Kickout Flashing, it's J'd Out here on these two sides. The J channel already installed, so the sider will already know what to do as soon as he gets to this point, and you'll have consistent results every time. First thing we need to do is get down the starter strip. This edge right here of the built-in J channel needs to line up with the edge of the drip along here. I'll just use my finger to feel when the bottom of the J channel is lined up with the edge of the starter strip. There's 6 colors altogether. We'll put one nail in through the roof to hold the kickout in place on the roof, and then we'll just need a couple in the wall. Now we can install the first shingle. And as you can see here, there is a gap because of the J channel that's built into the kickout flashing. We do want to notch the shingle out around our kickout flashing. So we'll just take and notch out the shingle in that area so that we can make sure the shingle goes tight to the wall. And now I should be able to slide it right over tight to the house like so. Once the J'd Out Kickout Flashing is installed, it is recommended that you tape it in with some high quality peel and stick flashing tape. We will put our first piece of tape inside the J channel here. And put the other piece over top. You can see that we've got it right down inside the J channel. Now that the kickout flashing is all taped in, we can go ahead and start installing the next course of shingles with a step flashing coming right over top of the J'd Out Kickout. If you're using a different size shingle, you can also put another flashing in first and then install your second flashing over top of this shingle. As we run the shingles up the wall, we're installing our step flashing, and then we can fold our house wrap down over top, cut the house wrap out of the way for the kickout flashing, and continue to run up the wall, keeping our flashing underneath of the house wrap. We've got our flashing completely taped in, and we're ready to proceed up the wall with step flashing, lapping over top of the kickout flashing and underneath the house wrap. This is what it would look like when the sider shows up to install the siding on the house. House wrap would be lapped over top of the flashings. Now we can install the fascia and start to run some siding. We've got some J channel installed to accept the end of the siding, and we've got our piece of J channel that started underneath the eave of the house. We have our piece coming under the eave. Now our piece running up the fascia and into the pocket of the J'd Out Kickout. I've got the J channel set in place. I have this piece cut to extend into the J pocket, as long as it doesn't extend past the pocket. And this piece is actually one piece with a little bend up that comes up into this smaller piece where the J'd Out Kickout returns to the wall and goes back to flat against the wall. And up the roof line. Now we've got our first piece of siding installed that goes underneath the fascia and into the pocket of the J channel that runs along the fascia. I've notched out the shape so that this piece of siding can go into the piece below and around the kickout flashing. Now, depending on where your reveal falls on your siding as you come up the wall, this is going to be different every time. We'll slide that in. We'll make sure it's level, which I've already drawn a level line here to follow. You might find a better way that works better for you. You don't have to have this piece of J-channel here going down to the roof. If you want to, you can extend this piece and just run the same reveal all the way up the roof line, leaving the step flashing showing, or putting some brake metal in and covering that flashing, or maybe even perhaps a trim board running along the roof, and then you can just continue this J-channel up and you won't have this notch. All the water that runs along the roof line and down the siding is diverted into the gutter. Even though water may get into the J-channel running along the roof line, it comes out at our 45-degree seam there and is kicked out into the gutter. In this example, the gutter installer has installed a small splash guard directly in front of the kickout flashing in case there's a heavy enough rain. Splash guards are commonly used at the end of valleys. We've got all the siding installed around the J'd Out Kickout. Now any water that runs along the roof where it ties into the wall will run onto the J'd Out Kickout and be safely and effectively kicked away from the house, down into the gutter or down on the outside of the siding like it should be.